When she was getting banged, she liked to scream a lot. Now the dude that she was, he was a multi-millionaire. We all know him. For the record, it's not Jay-Z.
So the tape was real?
Of course it was real. All her tapes is real.
How many tapes she got?
Gotta have at least 40 of them.
Jay-Z was seemingly seen snatching a phone away from another guest filming them.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated.
I don't have that money in the bank. I want to make sure y'all are clear on that.
To describe Puppy in one word is a...
Stop scrolling. I need you to listen very closely because the story we are about to tell is currently being scrubbed from the internet in real time. You have noticed the silence, haven't you? The biggest music mogul in history, Diddy, is sitting in a federal cell facing life in prison, and yet his best friends, the king and queen of hip-hop, Jay-Z and Beyonce, haven't said a single word. Not a press release, not a tweet, nothing. The silence is deafening. And now we know why. We are no longer dealing with rumors, we are dealing with hard drives. According to industry whistleblowers and reports currently flooding the dark web, the infamous freak-off tapes, the recordings allegedly used to keep the industry in check for 30 years, are being shopped. And the price tag? A staggering $500 million. But here is the twist that has the elites terrified. The holy grail of these tapes, the one recording that is driving the bidding war, allegedly features the one person the world thinks is untouchable. It features Beyonce.
When she was getting banged, she liked to scream a lot. And she was screaming a lot. You know, she was into...
Scream or sing?
Like, oh, you know, so she like she sing. And she's a big time R&B. Anybody that, you know, that's in Houston that knew was a going around Houston, a lot of rappers and then you know who I'm talking about. Now the dude that she was, he was a multi-millionaire. We all know him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was a mogul. For the record, it's not Jay-Z. This woman here is 10 times more famous than Kim.
Is this person in movies as well? Have they made movies?
Yeah, they have made movies. I've seen them in a couple movies.
Beyonce
was in movies. A lot of people been in movies.
For years, you've commented on this channel. You've theorized about the she knows curse. You've whispered about the sacrifices made for fame. You've analyzed the dead eyes in the interviews and the robotic movements on stage. Today, I am here to tell you that you were right. We are validating every single one of your theories. We are connecting the dots between the mysterious passing of Pimp C, the sudden silencing of Jaguar Wright, and the terrified panic happening inside the Carter household right now. This isn't just a scandal, it is the collapse of a dynasty. The checkbooks are out, but the leverage is gone. If you want to be on the right side of history when the truth finally breaks, you need to subscribe right now. We are fighting to keep this channel alive and monetize the truth, and we need 280 more of you to join the resistance. Click that button. Let's expose what they are paying millions to hide. To understand why Beyonce is suddenly at the center of this storm, we have to look at the source. For 5 years, Jaguar Wright, a respected vocalist who worked intimately with the Roots and Jay-Z, was labeled as unstable by the mainstream media. The industry machine worked overtime to paint her as a bitter, crazy woman who had lost her mind. But look at the comments section on any social media platform right now. The script has flipped. Everyone is saying the same thing. Jaguar was right. She predicted R. Kelly. She predicted the fall of Diddy years before the feds knocked down his door. And now she is sounding the alarm on Beyonce. Jaguar has gone on public record with a terrifyingly specific allegation. She claims that she was recently contacted by individuals in possession of a master tape from a Diddy party in the early 2000s. She didn't mince words. She alleged that this tape is being shopped for sale and that it features 3 specific people. One of them is Diddy. The other, she claims, is an R&B superstar whose name rhymes with Beyonce.
So the tape was real?
Of course it was real. All her tapes is real.
How many tapes she got?
Gotta have at least 40 of them.
But why is this happening now? Here is the part the news won't tell you. Diddy assets are frozen. The massive cash flow that paid for the silence, the hush money for the victims, the salaries for the fixers, the payroll for the security guards has completely dried up. The people who are holding these cameras, the men standing by the doors, they are broke. And when the money stops flowing, the loyalty dissolves. Jaguar suggests that this tape is being shopped directly to Jay-Z as a form of extortion. It is the ultimate buyback. Imagine the psychological toll of knowing that your entire legacy, your billion-dollar brand, and your carefully crafted family image is sitting on a USB drive in someone's pocket. This validates the theory that the Carter Empire wasn't built just on talent. It was built on leverage.
I ain't gonna say who it is, but it's a real famous rapper and it's a real famous R&B chick.
Okay.
Yeah. Pimp had he had a recording of them. I think he died with it.
A fun fact a lot of people don't know, that cheesecake we went and got was for Beyonce. She was upstairs the whole time. That's a fun fact people don't know. People like, y'all walked and got a cheesecake. It was for Beyonce.
They played the game, they attended the parties, and they thought they were protected. But now that the protector is in jail, the vault is wide open. This isn't the first time whispers of a Beyonce tape have surfaced. To find the origin of this rumor, we have to go back 17 years to a room at the Mondrian Hotel in West Hollywood. We have to talk about the legend, Pimp C. If you know hip-hop, you know Pimp C was a man who feared God and no one else. He was vocal. He called out the fake industry relationships. He called out the secret societies in Atlanta and New York. And for nearly 2 decades, a rumor has persisted in the underground that Pimp C was in possession of collateral, specifically a tape involving Diddy and high-profile associates, including a young Beyonce.
I seen you talking about Busta Rhymes.
Super zest monster. That's my thing, bro. Like, this been common knowledge, though. Like, all my promoter homies would always say, man, we got to bring some, what they call them, fun boys.
Like,
they say we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta. I'm out with a group of people. At this time, I was with Don Benjamin. And the club we ended up going to, Busta Rhymes in there. So it was a little lawyer guy that was with us. You know, he was a gay dude, super cool. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad. Pulled him to the section, like through the rope, and tucked him off in the corner. So I'm looking like, well, he ain't come with us. He stayed in there with them, bro. Bro, this common knowledge, bro. Like, if you in the mix.
How long has it been like this known about Busta Rhymes?
Well, I knew about this like in 2012. There's countless videos of Busta Rhymes getting mad at females for just being girls. This girl touched him one time, he go crazy, throw a drink on her and everything. You go to these guys, they in the club, go to their section. It's all men in the section. I hear somebody say, oh, he's cute, I want him. So when I heard that, I turned around like, man, did he just say that? You got all this jewelry to attract some men in here? You wild. Pulled them to the set, and then they walled them off like this man. I'm like, damn. And that little dude was so happy. Anybody that's in the mix, bro, like, you know, bro.
The official story is that Pimp C passed away from an accidental overdose of syrup combined with sleep apnea. It was ruled a tragic accident. But let's look at the details that internet sleuths and even family members have questioned for years. Pimp C was found in bed on his knees with a pillow. There were no signs of a struggle, yet the room felt staged. In the streets, they call it the pillow treatment. It's a method used to silence someone without leaving a mess. The theory is dark, but it connects directly to what Jaguar Wright is saying today. Was Pimp C silenced because he refused to hand over the tape? Was he planning to expose the freak-off culture before social media even existed? Pimp C had gone on record in interviews discrediting the shiny suit era that Diddy created. He was a threat to the establishment.
I distinctly remember going to a Diddy party, all the waitresses topless. They serving you, everybody topless. He got dancers in cages, people walking around with lions on leashes, tigers on leashes. I seen this with my own 2 eyes. But everything everybody's saying, I've been saying for years, bro. These boys are weird. You will go to a party with them, and you looking around like, damn, like, a lot of guys kissing each other in here, man. You feel me? What y'all do is y'all business.
So you've been to a party and seen this?
Oh, I've seen it firsthand, multiple times. Bobby Valentino was the person I was bodyguarding there. He tell me, I done got so much before, it don't even really excite me. I'm like, well, what you mean? But he there. So he got 2 girls with him. So I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, hold on. These might not be normal girls. Now he say, man, take my girl to the bathroom. I'm like, okay. We walk into the bathroom. You feel me? She go into the men's bathroom. People start swarming the door. So I step inside the bathroom door. She's standing at the urinal, dress lifted up. I'm like, damn. I seen Dwight Howard in a pink dress, bro.
What?
I seen Dwight Howard in a pink dress with 2 other ladies in dresses. They all the same height at a Diddy party. Nobody saying nothing. That's why he's not in the league right now.
Think about the timeline. Pimp C passes away in late 2007. By 2008, the Jay-Z-Beyonce brand explodes into the stratosphere. They get married. They become the untouchable king and queen. Diddy becomes the global ambassador of Ciroc. The Cool Club consolidates its power. You have to ask yourself, was Pimp C the last line of defense? Was he the only one brave enough to hold the mirror up to the industry? If the tapes are being shopped now, it implies that whoever took them from Pimp C's room has been holding on to them for a rainy day. Well, it's pouring rain in Hollywood right now, and the ghosts of the past are coming back to haunt the Carters.
Feeling good? Oh, you put that thing on the wall. You see how we do it here on the Saturday, just as good as Miss. You see how we do it here on the Saturday, just as good as Miss.
Let's get into the psychology of Beyonce. And I want to be clear, we aren't here to tear down her talent. She is an undeniable force. But we need to deconstruct the good girl mask she has worn for 25 years. Why does the most powerful woman in music never speak? Why are her interviews scripted to the letter? Why does she control every single pixel of imagery that is released? It's not just perfectionism, it's fear. There have been rumors of an open relationship between Jay-Z and Beyonce for a decade, but we need to reframe what open means in Diddy's world. It doesn't mean a healthy, consensual exploration. In the context of the lawsuits filed by Lil Rod and Cassie, open means coerced participation. It means freak-offs where guests are recorded to ensure mutually assured destruction. If the allegations are true that Beyonce participated in these parties to please the gatekeepers, or perhaps even was groomed into it, then she is trapped. Jay-Z isn't just her husband, he is the vault keeper. He is the one who navigated the Diddy relationship. He is the one who took her to the parties. We have seen the cracks in the mask. Remember the infamous elevator incident with Solange? The media spun it as a reaction to Jay-Z cheating with Rachel Roy. But re-watch that footage with your eyes wide open. Look at Beyonce. She stands there, completely still, almost robotic, while her sister attacks her husband. That is the reaction of someone who is desensitized. That is the reaction of someone who has dissociated from reality. Solange was furious, screaming, kicking. Was she screaming about a mistress, or was she screaming about something much darker? Was she screaming about the deals Jay-Z made? Was she screaming about what Jay-Z forced Beyonce to tolerate in the presence of men like Diddy?
The club gave me that name, Sasha. And I have Diddy announcing me at his white party since 2004 as Sasha. Jay-Z wanted me so bad that he made Beyonce turn into me. He had her in 2008 going in 2009, change her exotic name of Beyonce into a Russian common name, Sasha.
Oh, Sasha
And
Fierce.
put the fierce on it. And all of a sudden, she had a stripper persona. And Beyonce was already famous from Destiny Child. She's never had to strip. So all of a sudden, when your name becomes Sasha, why do you have a stripper persona?
Wow.
That's me.
Oh. So how was it meeting Jay-Z?
Oh, man, he was jocking. Jocking. I can tell you a
she
quick...
was the 90s. That was the 90s
Jocking.
slang.
The silence from Beyonce in that elevator speaks volumes. It suggests that she had accepted her fate as a pawn in a game played by powerful men. The good girl image was the only thing keeping the public from seeing the truth, but now that mask is slipping. You don't have to rely on blind items or theories. The people who were standing at the door are finally speaking up. Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, has been doing interviews that paint a picture of absolute debauchery and control. Gene Deal tells a story about stopping rapper Ja Rule from entering a specific room at Diddy's party. He physically threw Ja Rule against a piano to stop him. Why? Because Gene said, "You don't want to see what's in there." Diddy allegedly came running out of the room, naked and sweating, furious that the door had been approached. What was in that room? Who was in that room? Gene Deal implies that it wasn't just intimacy, it was leverage. It was the place where careers were made and souls were taken. Now apply this to Beyonce. She was young, ambitious, and constantly around Diddy and Jay-Z during her rise to solo stardom. Gene Deal describes a culture where young R&B artists we grew up loving, were gifted to industry elites. If you were willing to do the things Diddy wanted, on camera, you got the hit record, you got the Grammy, you got the cover of Vogue. This flips the entire narrative on its head. Is Beyonce the villain, or is she the ultimate victim who learned how to become the villain to survive? Did she walk into those rooms willingly, or was she guided there by the men who claimed to love her? The theory gaining traction right now is that the tape currently being shopped isn't just evidence of a party, it is evidence of grooming. It changes everything we think we know about music history. We have to address the viral phenomenon that has taken over the internet, the she knows trend. It isn't just a TikTok dance, it is a collective realization by the public that the dates don't add up. J. Cole gave us the blueprint years ago in his lyrics. Rest in peace to Aaliyah, rest in peace to Left Eye, Michael Jackson, I'll see ya. Why link these specific names? Because they were the ones who didn't play the game. Let's look at Aaliyah. She was the it girl. She was set to be the biggest star in the world. She had a connection to R. Kelly, another dark figure, but she was breaking free. She was becoming independent, and then a plane crash where the pilot was coerced into flying an overloaded plane against his will. Who benefited the most from the void left by Aaliyah? Beyonce. Let's look at Left Eye. She was vocal. She was rebellious. She was visiting Dr. Sebi in Honduras, trying to heal, trying to speak out against the industry's corruption. She was filming a documentary about the darkness she felt. And then, a mysterious car crash. Who remained on top? The Carters. And Michael Jackson, he owned the Beatles catalog. He was at war with Sony. He called the then CEO a devil. He refused to bow down to the powers that be. And then, a sudden overdose administered by a doctor who was barely qualified. The theory suggests that Beyonce is the she in She Knows, that she knows exactly what happened, that she knows the price that was paid for the throne she sits on. The audience suspects that her silence was the currency she paid for her crown. Every time a rival rose up, a tragedy occurred, and the Carters remained on top. This tape is the missing link. It's the smoking gun that proves the industry isn't based on talent. It's based on who is willing to keep the secrets.
The people that are attached to Diddy, that are pulling the strings, one of them is Beyonce.
Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about that.
And one of them, Jay-Z.
Yep.
This is a clue. Anytime you watch the Grammys, every single woman artist, even some guys, they always thank Beyonce.
Yeah. Britney Spears.
Britney Spears.
Beyonce and I fell in love with her. From her singing to dancing, acting, she can do it all. She's a triple threat. One of the most talented people I've ever seen.
Adele.
My artist of my life is Beyonce. The Lemonade album was just so monumental. Beyonce, it was so monumental.
Lizzo.
Where you at, Beyonce? My eyes are wet. You changed my life. You sang that gospel medley, and the way you made me feel, I was like, I want to make people feel this way with my music.
They all thank Beyonce, but why? Theory goes that way back when Aaliyah, one of the biggest hip-hop artists back in the day, she was on the rise at the same time as Beyonce. But who was in power at the time? Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Diddy.
We need to talk about Diddy's role in the Carter marriage. Diddy wasn't just a friend, he was the enforcer. He was the cleanup man. When rumors got too loud, when people got too brave, Diddy stepped in. Look at how Diddy treated Cassie. He controlled her medical records, her travel, her phone, her life. Now, look at Jay-Z and Beyonce. Jay-Z famously said in a song, "I don't pop Molly, I rock Tom Ford." He painted himself as the clean, business-focused counterpart to the wild industry, but behind the scenes, he was best friends with the wildest man in the game. The theory is that Diddy did the dirty work so Jay-Z could keep his hands clean. Diddy hosted the parties, Diddy set up the cameras, Diddy collected the collateral, and Jay-Z, he reaped the benefits. He built a billion-dollar empire knowing that his competition was being compromised or eliminated by his best friend. If Beyonce is on that tape, it means Diddy held collateral on Jay-Z's wife. Think about the power dynamic there. That means Diddy could snap his fingers and destroy Jay-Z's life at any moment. That is not a friendship, that is a hostage situation. It explains why Jay-Z never publicly checked Diddy. It explains why they were always seen laughing together, toasting with Ciroc. They were bound by the tapes. Right now, as we speak, sources say the atmosphere in the Carter household is one of absolute panic. Legal teams are working around the clock. They are trying to find out who has the tape, how much they want, and if it can be scrubbed. But the problem is the internet. The problem is the blockchain. The problem is that the people selling this aren't doing it for money alone. They are doing it for insurance. Diddy is in jail. He has nothing left to lose. If he feels like he is being the fall guy, if he feels like Jay-Z and Beyonce have abandoned him, he has the power to burn it all down. There are rumors that Diddy has a dead man's switch, a system set up so that if he is harmed or if he goes down for good, the files are automatically released to the public. This is why the silence is so loud. They are terrified that if they speak against him, he hits the button. Beyonce finds herself in a nightmare scenario. Her entire career, the Renaissance, the empowerment anthems, the image of strength, it could all be undone by a single video file from 2003. The audience, you guys, can feel the tension. You can see it in the way the media is dancing around the subject. They know the storm is coming. We're in the end game now. The house of cards is falling. Diddy is sitting in the Metropolitan Detention Center, watching his empire turn to ash, and he is realizing that loyalty in Hollywood is a myth. This $500 million tape isn't just a recording, it is a nuclear bomb. If it leaks, the music industry as we know it ceases to exist. The tours will stop, the endorsements will vanish, the legacy will be erased, the queen will be dethroned. You were right to be suspicious. You were right to question the narrative. We are watching the validation of 20 years of conspiracy theories. The tape is out there, the bidding war is on, and the silence is about to be broken. I am going to keep digging. I am going to keep tracking the brokers and reading the court documents so you don't have to. But I need your help. We are fighting an algorithm that wants to protect these celebrities. Help us get to that subscriber goal so we can keep the lights on and the truth loud. Click that subscribe button, hit the like, and tell me in the comments, do you think Jay-Z will buy the tape or is it already too late? I'll see you in the next video. Stay watching.
They know what happens at midnight. At midnight, certain things happen. Girls get naked. All of a sudden, everybody's naked. Who do you think went through there? Everybody.
You know, I was doing this party for the MTV Movie Award. Beckham's was there. I remember Beyonce was there. Security comes to get me and says, you have a guest here who wasn't on the list. And I'm like, who? He's like, Michael Jackson. So then I go towards the back and it's Michael. I'm like, Michael, what's up? Like, what you doing here? And he was like, you know, I'm here with Brett Ratner. You know, we came to the party. Is everything cool? Then he leans over to me. We taking some pictures. He leans over to me. He's like, where's Beyonce? So I run up on B. B is on the dance floor. I'm like, B, you know, Michael's here. He wants to meet you, whatever. And so I get Mike, you know, bring him over. He's like, you know, I love the record, whatever. He goes, tells the DJ to play the record. And he was also ready to go for his as a man. I think we all as men at that time wanted to dance with Beyonce.